understood. Because the war was still on. Security was paramount. Our people would have understood. So please, do the same. You would have spilled the beans to everyone in Metro. You're a goddamn Prometheus, a messiah. You must lead the people out of the caves. Do you think you would have saved anyone? Remember that jammer? What if Moscow has been found out because of you? What if there are missiles inbound?
That's rude.
Anyways, no matter what they think of me, I'm no deserter and will never become one. I'm ready to bear full responsibility for everything. But if there is even the smallest chance to earn my pardon, I will take it.
Like, I
It means
understand.
that we, like a runner that tripped, need to keep running ever faster just to keep balance. Don't dare you trip us all over again. Am I understood?
Stop being mean to me.
I hope I am. Anyway, at least now we know where to run. So, go back inside and take a look at the map. Our route is pretty obvious now.
He just basically said that if he told me the truth, then I would have snitched. And now he just expects me to go about my day like that didn't happen.
Is there any music on the air?
REM doesn't speak.
This is the Special Restoration Committee speaking from the Ark Project. One sits here. We just saw a group of targets with 2 vehicles moving toward your position. Don't
He found me. Thanks, Artimo. The mood improved instantly.
You're welcome. Kids don't need our help. We're fine. Anna, my Anna, from the very beginning I thought I was not worthy of you. What was I? Dirty guys in the backwater station? A dreamer hearing voices in his head? An adventure seeker? And you, the most beautiful girl in the Metro, the only daughter of the legendary Colonel Miller, the best sniper of the Spartan Order? How did you put it? There were lots of hard-boiled guys around. God, how much have we been through together? We had our bright days and really dark ones. Our feelings would die out and rekindle again. I even tried to leave, but couldn't go too far. He wanted a normal man, but he still accepted me as who I am. You're the only one who didn't consider me mad when I spent days on the surface listening to the radio and fruitless attempts of receiving signals from the other survivors. You knew that every such sorting meant more radiation exposure for me and less chances for healthy children, should we ever have them. And you would still let me go. You didn't prohibit me from dreaming. I always felt your gaze on me, back when you would cover my back in combat and when I would lose my way. I was always in your field of view. I always knew that nobody could ever replace you, my personal guard angel of death. If this is not love, what is? Okay. I did say gaze. Miller, Colonel Sviatoslav Konstantinovich Melenikov, the founder and the permanent commander of the Order of Sparta. Miller picked and trained each Spartan individually. Excuse me. He was the only one to come to the rescue of my home station when we were under attack by the Dark Ones. He was the only one to stand between the communists and the Nazis and prevent the conflict which would well spell the ultimate end of our civilization. It was Miller who accepted me into the Order and blessed our union with Anna, his only daughter. I became his son-in-law, but could never amass the courage to call him Dad. Nothing but Colonel, with a sir, of course. In the D6 defense, the Colonel lost his best fighters and his old self. Something is forever broken in him. He became cold, completely intolerant of any dissent. Sometimes I feel he's sorry he didn't object his daughter marrying me. He would have probably preferred Hunter as his in-law, but Hunter is missing. And I dragged his daughter into a maelstrom none of us might ever emerge from. So that explains why he's acting so mean to Artyom, right? Demir is probably the calmest of all the crew members. Demir is also extremely reliable. He'll always be there to help. He always does the hardest part of any job, goes on the toughest missions, and then instead of taking the well-earned respect and gratitude as one would expect, he starts blushing and saying he had nothing to do with success, and it all kind of happened that way. There's only one painful issue for Demir, and that's his name. The name given to him by his father, along with half of his blood. Demir can't forgive his father for leaving and going as far as to deny being his blood. Oh, Demir's so cute! Duke of Darkness, Igor Dukov, the craziest, the bravest, and the craziest of all. I read that wrong. Duke of Darkness, Igor Dukov, the youngest, the bravest, and the craziest of us. Some join the order out of desperations, others to protect people from dangers, but Duke is just desperately in love with adventure. Whenever the Colonel asks for volunteers, Duke is always first to shout, "Me!" No matter how hard and dangerous the mission ahead may be. A shame we don't have any medals in the order, otherwise Duke would have plastered with them. He keeps looking up to the more experienced fighters, competing with them for the most kills, missions, and wounds. For some reason, he pays particular attention to comparing his achievements with mine. Perhaps it's them closest to his age. Anna once said that about him. "Quit your whining, Artyom. There are people out here who dream of becoming like you," about Duke. You're right. Yermak, the Aurora's permanent helmsman, Yermak knows her every detail down to the smallest bolt. He feels every change in the work of any of her numerous, and truth be told, quite worn out mechanisms with his heart. Yermak fit into our group so easily and naturally, it seems he was with us since forever. And yet Anna and I met him on a Hansig base, where Yermak first helped me find my wife and then led us in the hijacking of our beloved cruiser. Still, with Yermak's background, it's a small wonder he decided to leave Moscow with us. At the time of our meeting, he had only just learned Hansa executing everyone trying to enter or leave Moscow, but Yermak had been living with this terrible knowledge for months. First out of fear for his daughter's life, then after she succumbed to her illness, out of sheer hopelessness. But he is free, just like the rest of us, and if we ever come back to Moscow, we'll settle our scores with Hansik leadership together. Yermak says that every man has a destination in life, a place where the fate leads him to. Whenever life becomes hard, sometimes unbearably so, I always recall his words. This might be the end of the line, but it is still not your destination. Get up. Walk on. Thank you, Yermak. Oh, there's so many. Idiot. Idiot chose his nickname out of natural humility, or perhaps simply in honor of the accompanying characters. In fact, he's anything but, being the most educated and well-read soldier in the order, landing the position of Miller's right-hand man back in the Metro. The question is, what does he really know about the reasons for people being held in the tunnels? The war that could be still going on, as well as who's really in control of the Metro. Idiot likes talking a lot. He never actually says much, even if you push him. Favor as usual, on one hand, this could be true, while on the other, if you feel that the truth is close enough to touch, talk to Idiot. He'll confuse you completely in no time. One thing about him is I don't understand at all. Is that what he could even... What? What could he even be looking for fighting in the Order's ranks? Aloysia, the life of every party, the avid lady killer, favorite customer of the seediest joints of the Svinoy Boulevard, and her survival on the surface instructor. After only a cursory glance, he can correctly tell if an abandoned building can last for years or is ready to collapse onto your head at the lightest touch. Which ability saved him back in Moscow more than once. Aloysia is the only member of our crew seemingly taking their journey for an exciting adventure, probably in anticipation of opening new meetings with representatives of the fair sex, of course. Sam is one of the Order's best. He might not be the strongest, fastest, or the best marksman we have, but he can certainly hold his own in a match with Spartan champions in each of these areas. But he definitely is the most unusual of us. Sam is an American, a Marine from the U.S. Embassy's guard detail, who just happened to be in the Metro when the Judgment Day came, eventually ending up as Colonel Miller's personal bodyguard. Sam had to sit the battle for D6 out on the account of staying in the hospital with a serious wound, and was really hard on himself for not being there to protect the Colonel when he was needed the most. As soon as he was back on his feet, still all bandaged, Sam would refuse to leave the colonel's side no matter what. He wouldn't even let anybody else push Miller's wheelchair, even when Andrew the blacksmith made amazing prosthetics the colonel had been wearing. Even since, Sam remained Miller's shadows, and of course joined us aboard the Aurora. All of us, the crew members, are going somewhere to some kind of destination, as Yermak puts it, even though none of us know where that destination would be. Sam, though, seems to know the place. Even if the world outside of the metro is not wiped out, there must be survivors in the US. But Sam can't stop thinking about his parents, who might still be alive, waiting for their son. I wonder if he feels he's traveling in the right direction with us. Stepan. In day-to-day life, Stepan is so calm and nice, it's hard to believe he's a member of the Order. We are a military organization after all. Once you see this giant in battle, though, you immediately see the reason for him being here. Stepan is completely fearless and amazingly strong. He handles a heavy machine gun as if it were a regular assault rifle. We're lucky to be on Stepan's side. Having him as an enemy would be a disaster. Tokarev. Tokarev, partial to the creations of the famous gun designer he shares the family name with, is a man in love with his craft. He's constantly busy with improved weapons, repairing, maintaining them, making improvements. Tokarev knows everything there is to know about weapons and even more, and we can talk about them for hours. Still not really interested in much else. Still, he doesn't just care for our firepower, but also works in our gear, constantly adjusting and inventing new things. Laboring day and night to make sure we all perform to the best of our ability without being hindered by inferior equipment. What would we do without him? On a side note, he seems to be quietly and hopelessly, unrequitedly in love with Mayana. He's always worried about her, thinking about her, talking about her, but I can't even bring myself to feel jealous. What? Oh no, we're captured by their patrol after we saw there were... Okay, so we were captured by Hanzo. I think so. Sippy sippy. That music blaring in my ears while I was reading was very annoying. But I'm not cool enough to turn it off. Airport. And that doesn't really matter.
Hello, Artyom. It seems to me, whether it was intended or not, that our colonel now has a goal to strive for because of you. We all remember the way you fought back in D6, so no matter what lies ahead, we're with you. You can count on us. Yeah.
Buddy?
Yes. As for me, I'm running a little inventory check.
Good idea.
It is kind of cramped in here. I'm thinking of making something of a workbench. So that's all the instruments we get, and everything else will be within arm's reach. With no workbench, you just lose small components. We'll use this place to work on the weapons. Cleaning, oiling, keep out of everybody's way, and keep them from messing with my stuff. Well, we'll have to take turns, of course, but we'll manage. So, if you find any weapons you'd like to keep, I'll store them for you here on the Aurora, and you can come back to exchange them. You'll get them back in their best shape ever. Don't you doubt.
Oh, so he'll fix our guns up?
Boy, have I cleaned and oiled a lot of weapons in my life. Factory and homemade, too. Some of those were just amazing. So unusual. So, if you have any weapon-related questions, I'm your man. And weapons, they are like girls. They need attention.
Oh.
You clean your weapon well.
Okay, I'm done with you.
Check the ammo. Because the dirty ammo caps.
Well, hello there, Artyom.
Get out of the way.
Well, help yourself.
I want to be useful. Everyone's so mean to me. I proved them wrong.
Because frankly speaking, I'm a bit tired here. The only good thing about this job is that you forget it's winter. If only you didn't have to pay for this comfort later. With your whole body.
Oh yeah, he does clutch you.
Monotonous labor costs you. Well, it's not a lie. see? PT1 says it's dynamic meditation. But philosopher doesn't come here to meditate too often, though.
Are we done? Yeah, we're done.
That's all? Okay, I'll take it from here.
I didn't check if there was streamer mode in the town. There is not. We're going up on Tuesday. Where do we sleep? Streamer mode in some games replaces the copyright music with non-copyright music. Are we actually traveling somewhere? That's so cool.
So, dear Moses, can you feel how sweet the air is without a mask? Or not just sweet, so many shades of taste it has. A weird feeling, eh, my friend? I remember you telling me how you took your mask off atop a stonking otar. When
Yep.
you homed those missiles in on the dark ones, was the air bitter then? Who knows
No.
though? Had you not launched those missiles, you'd probably never have climbed that building or received that signal. Life is weird, huh? One random event drags another with it, like links in a chain. And you are pulling that chain out of a deep, dark well. The links emerge from the dark water. And what drink is in that bucket that's on the end of the chain? That's a mystery. That's what
Mystery.
I often think about when facing a choice. You can't drop the chain either. You always have to drink from that bucket. Well, bottoms up, I suppose. So, how does it feel to be the Moses who yanked on this particular chain? Is it dumb to think about such things when all I ever did in life was carry out orders? Well, I'm not called idiot for nothing. Still, I would like to know what's on the end of your chain.
Wait, is he flirting with me?
Look, if there's no radiation, that means we could bring everyone out of Moscow.
It doesn't matter if there's radiation or not, Comrade American. The citizens of Moscow will have to stay put.
But why? We're just a short way from the city. And the radiation's gone.
Things might have been that easy in your America, but life has never been so easy here. Even now, we woke up saviors of the metro, and by lunchtime, we're enemy spies, saboteurs, train thieves.
Hello, wizard.
And what for? Something we thought was true turned out to be a lie. And that is enough for them to want us.
I disagree only because I'm used to it.
Hansa bosses must have known we could live up here.
How you doing today?
Soon they understood I saw that ravine. Fed me the usual lies about the spies and whatnot.
Did you believe them?
Well, it sure seems safer to believe. But then, I just couldn't keep the charade up. Then the security officer told me straight. Whoever you speak to dies. The whole station dies with him if need be. So, that's how it went. But when I saw you, and then Artyom, I knew I wasn't alone anymore.
Oh, he has glasses?
You can't just keep these things in.
Now I understand why you helped us back then. Thank you.
Don't mention it. God willing, it won't end up being done in vain.
Alright, let's go.
Yes. Have you ever taken a train beyond city borders?
No.
Let's get gameplay on.
After all those years in the underground, The air of the surface seemed incredibly fresh, intoxicating. But that was not what had caused the crew's euphoria. Our journey finally got a definite purpose provided by the transmission from the government bunker in the Urals. For 20 years, we thought that neither the government nor military high command had survived. Turns out they're still around. Where were they while we were eating each other alive in the metro? We'll have a lot of questions for them once we reach Yamantau, if we reach it. The ruins of our country are under enemy control, according to Miller, and we'll have to fight through to our goal. A small team against the occupation armies? What are the chances that we'll succeed? That we'll get some answers?
I don't know, Artyom. Yeah, eating alive.
Froze anything off yet, darling? Here, let's warm you up a little bit. So, what do you think our chances of getting to Yamantau alive are?
0,
It's the only
15.
thing on my father's mind. How to earn his forgiveness, get back to Metro and his old life. The life you had always been running
Are
from.
you cold, Mumu?
And to think, I never believed you. And now I'm looking at this fog, thinking it could actually be hiding our new life from us. By the way, we should be approaching the bridge soon.
Clouds look so good.
Damn it! A campfire! People! There are people there! Hit the brakes!
Shots fired! 4 bogies on a trolley!
Okay, that's actually a very pretty picture.
Report to the bridge, on the double!
Are you cold, Mumu?
Are you alright, Artyom?
They pierced the cylinder!
How bad is it? Can we move?
No, we're stuck!
Oh, shit!
Bro, I'll just send you
Damn fog.
the heat here then.
Who was it?
So I know you
Any
love
uniforms?
the heat.
They were wearing rags.
Just some old farts.
Old farts?
Huh? That's just the perimeter guard. They could have put anyone there, even women and children.
Do you really think we found them, Colonel?
Well, we can't be sure. I was expecting to run into them much earlier. The trolley is headed towards the bridge. Some fortifications there.
You're
This
damp.
looks peaceful. A village and a church on the water. We need intel. Here, Artyom. I put a mark on your map. Get there and find out what you can
He's
about
giving
that
me my
bridge.
map.
Taking a prisoner would be ideal. Anna, you cover him.
Yes, sir.
May I go with Artyom too? As backup?
No. Until we
Yay.
figure out our situation, you are not to take a step away from the Aurora. These two can handle themselves just fine.
Oh!
Yermak, when can you get the Aurora running again?
I don't know yet. Gotta check on that cylinder.
Let's go, Artyom.
A full day, please.
They're making it look so much better now.
Then.
Don't forget your backpack. It's a new model. A portable workshop, so to speak. The manual is inside.
Thank you.
It doesn't come with crafting materials, though, so keep an eye out for those.
Thank you.
Let's move out, Artyom.
I gotta say goodbye to him.
Sure thing.
Goodbye.
Well, that's all. Good luck, guys.
Wait, am I not trustworthy anymore?
I gotta say, that was one flimsy roadblock. And those guys, well, they didn't look like army men at all. Just old men.
Be careful out there.
I'm gonna kill them all, don't
Remember,
worry.
Most of the country has been destroyed or occupied. Even those who speak our language might be enemies, by conviction or out of fear.
Batu,
Got it?
is there a good and bad
Do you hear
ending in
that
this
bell?
game?
We must have given them a good scare. Maybe they
Serve the enemy. Enslaved or something.
So there is a bad ending? I probably want it? Why would I probably want it? Are you trying to say something? I hope you poop your pants. I'm gonna do something for science. Okay, that didn't work. I understand all the references, actually. How much to explore? Gun gets dirty and works worse. I remember. Oh. Ooh. I can collect shrooms now? Only a gun you're holding. Wink, wink. Thank you. I didn't mean to fall in the water. I was testing something, you know? Because I think it's funny, Momo.
Artyom, I'll be waiting at the power line tower. Come back when you've wandered enough. And be ready to be chewed out by my father.
Why is she such a beach, dude? Well, the shrimps are back. Oh god. Oh, you jam. Uh-oh. Why you jam? Ah! I know it's not funny for you. I just wasted a ton of ammo on those guys. Shrimp! Butthole shrimp! Butthole shrimp! Oh, I know you belong. I know. Ooh. I can go on a boat? I'm on a boat! Momo, you knew I'm a terrible person. I keep trying to tell you this. Ow! Can you stop? How do I get over there? What? Am I stuck? Damn, Artyom can jump. Ooh. What to? Why is my boat stuck? What is this? Auto pistol?